On Monday, the show has been filled with dramatic revelations and explosive riffs. While it might be your guilty pleasure, there's no doubting that Dublin Wives is a must-see. Well, joining me now are the stars of the show: Joe Jordan, Lisa Murphy, Danielle Marr, Ros Flanagan and Virginia McCary. And you're all very welcome. The last time we were here in May or June, Danielle and Virginia, you guys weren't getting on. And I know you sort of stormed out of the studio at the end, Danielle. Are you talking again, or...? Not even to
actually,
me.
To be honest, no, sorry, apologies. The reason I actually left at the end was because I felt it was a really unbalanced interview when I was here, so that's why I actually left. I was just expecting a more balanced interview, obviously. But welcome back, and you know, you're back after your maternity leave and everything, so it's nice to be back here. And I think things are definitely a little easier, or maybe more in perspective, because obviously at the end of the day, it's a reality TV show. No one's died, you know. It's just telly. It's show business.
So are you talking or not?
Well, I mean, I think it's important to point out we wouldn't have been hugely friends in the first instance, so it's not like there's a huge love lost either way. It certainly doesn't affect my life, and I certainly wouldn't imagine it affects their lives either, so it's fine. It is what it is.
I take it you're not talking, Virginia.
Well, we move in different circles in real life. You know, in the show, we do make up in the show, as you've seen on
That's what
Monday.
I thought, yeah.
Yeah, we do in the show, so which was great in the show. Yeah.
So you're not pals? You don't like each other?
No.
Anyone want to answer?
No, Joe can answer.
Joe,
maybe.
Joe, are you talking to Danielle?
No.
Or who are you talking to?
I'm with four of the girls, and I don't know what's after going. It's just after ballooning all out. But
For example, with Joe, I do call. Sometimes I call Joe rigor mortis, because it was the funniest line from last season. I say, you know, rigor mortis, whatever.
Why?
But just because that was her really funny line. Joe's brilliant TV, you know, she's really, really funny. Remember she said rigor mortis would set in. Like, to be honest, as I said before, you know, I'm not here to rehash stuff. It's last season, it's a great show. It's just like this he said, she said. I mean, I'm so bored of it.
The viewers do want to know what's
they can
after
see it and they
happening.
can watch it. You know, I mean, your take on things is different to me. And as I said, I'm not partaking in the Jeremy Kyle show. Like, this is Ballymount, it's not Bale and Blow. So I'm not going to sit here.
Though.
She told...
No, I didn't do it. I'm not even on Twitter. I'm busy in work, to be honest.
She told every journalist in Ireland, and I know they're watching tonight, that I should have been on California. And the Texas... I have them
What's
all
wrong
on
with
the phone.
California?
Yeah, what's wrong with California? It's a great show.
Exactly. She
Or
was
Geordie
saying
Shore. They're always
because I'm
talking
tacky
about
and
sex
this and
and
that.
Geordie Shore. You could do that, Geordie
But
Shore.
Danielle, I'm getting the emails and texts that you're sending people, and you know, it's not right.
Joe, with all due respect,
If I was to work with four girls, it'd all be working together.
Okay, Danielle, you answer now. Or anyone, does anyone else want to jump in and back up one of the girls
Could
here?
I just answer for a second, if you wouldn't mind? I think Joe was naive in the interview that she gave, and I did think it was scandalous. I initially made the mistake that I thought that you had given that story. I thought that you had done the story, because, to be honest, let's be honest, it was pretty naive, you giving that story to the Mirror.
So you're trying to say you're in the media all the time, all the stories that come out about you, they're all true?
Well, I'm very careful what I say with the media and how I court them. And I'd suggest that maybe you take a leaf out of my book going forward, because the front cover of the Mirror wasn't great. And it wasn't great for other people either around you.
Lisa? No?
But I'm loving the show.
Dublin Wives.
I've no regrets, I'm loving it, yeah.
Why are you all here tonight, and why did you take part in this show ultimately? I mean, obviously you were going to become household names, and you were going to be talking about sometimes very deeply personal stuff, and I know, Ros, you talked about very personal stuff, and all of you have. So you want to be in this position, you want to be here on television, you want to be known.
Well, when I got the call off the producer, I don't mind saying, I was in Groundhog Day, every day seemed the same. I have four sisters, and the chance to work with four girls, it was brilliant, it was different.
And do you regret it now?
No, not a bit, no.
When we first met, actually, I fell in love with Joe. We met in November. Everyone seems to think we were lifelong friends. And I know Joe has a bit of a thing with me. The one thing about me is I don't care where anyone's coming from. I only care wherever anyone's going. And Joe seems to think, I don't know, she seems to have an issue as if, I don't know, there is an issue there, obviously, but when I met Joe, I fell in love with Joe in all my adult life.
Versa.
In all my adult life, there was no one I met that I fell in love with so much. So I felt really betrayed in Kinsale, because I genuinely, I may call them a lot of things or give out a go, you're a scandal, annoyed, you know, I felt betrayed, like the Passover meal. I wish I'd passed on the Passover meal down in Kinsale.
Helping you and helping Virginia, I jumped in to help the both of you and try and work things out, and
in fairness, you landed me in it, and you kind of misrepresented things. So I wasn't really having a go at you, Joe. I wanted you to come across as well, because I think you're one of the ladies, you know, the most wonderful people I ever met. You know,
you're straight up, Danielle.
Yeah, well, you see what you get. Yeah, I say
you shoot from the
it is.
hip, and you talk about it in the show. You talk about empowering women and girl power. But isn't the very essence of girl power supporting
Sorry,
each
when did I
other?
ever say girl power, empowering
I'm
women?
paraphrasing. You talked about empowerment and
No, I just talked about
No,
getting
you
a
did
career
in
and
the
working
show.
for yourself.
Yeah, you talked about empowerment and women. And isn't the very essence of that supporting each other? And
I think within any group of friends there's ups and downs or whatever. We're not friends. We were put together in a reality show. Let's be honest. This is show business. This is not show friendship. This is nothing. This is just show business that's put together in a reality show. You know, I would be the first to say that.
But you don't like the others. I mean, you've said that.
No. You know what it is? I just was so absolutely betrayed in Kinsale that you can't come back from it. You just can't come back from something like that.
Okay, Lisa Ross, can I bring you guys in there? How do you feel about everyone? Are you pals or what?
Well, I get on really well with all of the girls. You know, I've enjoyed it quite a lot, and it's been fun for me. As I say, I'm in a stage now of my life where my girls are all grown up, and when I was asked to do the show initially, I said, gosh, no, why would I want to? And then, you know, just my daughter was at home at the time, and she said, Mum, why not? I'm going back to New York. And, you know, and I thought, yeah, do you know what? It wasn't something that it was on my radar to do or anything like that.
And what
but
do
I'm
you think
glad I did
viewers
it.
make of all of you as a group of women? Do you think they admire you? Are they laughing at you? What do you think viewers are thinking when they're
I
watching?
think they're getting a
the show?
giggle, I'd say.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's going to be diverse, you know. Obviously, they're going to look upon all the different storylines, you know. Virginia having a baby, you know, first-time mom. Obviously, Roz losing her children to them going abroad. Unfortunately, there's no jobs here. The same with Jo Jordan losing her son, Gavin, to emigration. You know, there's loads of different storylines in it that people are going to be able to relate. You know, obviously, they're going to be laughing or being horrified by all the contentiousness between the different people, you know, which is really unnecessary. But then again, when you put a couple of girls together, you're going to get that. And they purposely picked different personalities that were going to clash. You know, that's what they wanted. That's what.
But rarely will you get such a divide, though, where it's 4 against 1. I think it's actually genius
Is it 4 against
casting.
1?
No.
Is it 4 against 1?
No.
It obviously is,
And
but it's fine. It's
even
genius
Danielle,
casting, you know, it's genius casting.
In New York, Danielle asked you 5 times to go to New York.
So
in the Shelbourne.
I'm Danielle. Oh, you mean Virginia asked me?
Virginia asked you 5 times to go to New York.
The day before.
In the Shelbourne
I know, but in
Hotel.
fairness, that was, you know, like at the time I
mean,
wouldn't
like,
I could
that
think of
was
nothing
so-
else.
We
That
actually
was
only
some
bought
huge olive
we actually
branch.
only bought our tickets the day before because it was
Yeah.
a quick thing, you know.
Jeez,
It was
I'd rather have gone to Wexford than go to New York with them, to be honest.
What's wrong with Wexford?
Nothing, but, you know, I'd rather just be the other end of the way, you know.
Before we go,
It's like brushing your teeth and eating a toffee.
what do you mean by
You're
that?
getting nowhere. You seem
No,
to be
they
getting
won't get
nowhere.
anywhere. I think
Even
it's really
if we did-
important.
If she did come to New York, nothing seems
I
to be
wouldn't,
good enough.
listen, to be honest, I wasn't going to go to New York. A, I have a business. B, I have a young family. I'm not going to go leaving him for 5 days to hang out in this ridiculous, fluffy
Yeah,
world.
but you were cheesed off they asked you so late. Or you claimed
No,
they
I
asked you
wouldn't.
so
No,
late.
not at all. I wouldn't
You
have gone
decided
anyway.
the
No,
day
I wouldn't have
before.
gone. I wouldn't have gone anyway. You're joking. I have a million things to be doing. I'm opening a new clinic. I have things to be doing. I wouldn't be swanning around New York for 5 days. If I was going to have a holiday, I'd want to be with people I love and I like. The reality is we weren't friends to start off with. We were all thrown together. I think Joe thinks this is like Jeremy Kyle here tonight.
I don't.
There's not going to be a fixing. We went out to Kinsale. There was a big gang up. I was in a different hotel. It's just the relationship is gone, so like it's finished.
All right, before we go, Lisa, I have to ask you because I'm hearing all sorts of rumours that your relationship is back on with Gerald. Is that true?
Well, that's the first I heard this evening, obviously, before I came in. I got a call from actually Barry Egan from The Independent asking had we reconciled. So I was like, no. I mean, obviously we're friends and that, you know, but we haven't reconciled.
Have you been in touch at all?
Yeah, we have been in touch. Like, you know, we'll always remain friends,
Yeah.
Colette, to be honest, you know.
Would you like to get back together with him?
You know, things have happened and that or whatever, you know. But as I said, you know, we're great
What happened?
friends.
What happened?
Well, I'm hardly going to discuss it now. Julie. I've never done
I'd love
it
to know the
before,
gossip.
so
Yeah.
I'm not going to start now.
But you look like that you might like to get back with him, would you?
I'm not going to comment on that, Colette.
But you're not ruling it out.
I'm not saying anything.
If he was watching tonight,
No,
would you
Colette,
say anything?
stop
to
it.
him?
Don't put me in the position.
He probably is watching
Colette,
tonight.
stop
You've
it.
nothing to say
I've
to him.
no comment.
This man who was such a
No.
part of your life for so long.
She's going to be independent
Her
now.
ex-husband now. Yeah.
All right, okay.
Jojo's ex-husband's going to be watching.
all right. Is everyone, when we wrap up this, who's going to be talking to who? Are you going to head off?
Yeah, I'll head off, yeah.
And you're
yeah,
not going to talk to the others?
Well, there's nothing to be saying, you know, that way. To be honest,
I get it. I get the
but not only
message.
that, I think it's really important for me and for my brand that I disassociate myself from this, you know, that way. And
You took part in the damn thing.
I know, but in fairness, if there's another season, unless, you know, there's a change-up of cast, I certainly won't be participating again under any circumstances whatsoever, you know.
All right, okay. Well, you've just seen them tonight. They're back here on TV3 tomorrow night, 9:30, should I say. The Dublin Wives at 9:30. Thanks everyone for coming
Thank you,
in.
Colette.
Thank you, Colette.
All right, still to come tonight, we take a look at predictions for the year ahead.